Hey everyone, Daniel here from Next Level Life, and today I wanted to do something just a little bit different. You see, on this channel I talk about a lot of things. I talk about personal finance, I talk about productivity and how to get ahead in your career, I talk about how to get better at various social skills and have stronger and more fulfilling relationships, I talk about your psychology and mental health, and heck, I even talk about education and intelligence as a whole. And of course I do the book summaries as well. Basically, I do anything that helps you get your life to the next level. But one thing that I don't talk about often enough is time. Because one of the traps of the self-development community is that you can easily find yourself watching all these videos and getting all these truly great ideas, but without really realizing it, you find yourself getting sucked into the black hole of the internet. You're watching all these videos on YouTube or wherever you're watching them, and before you know it, 6 hours have flown by, and you look out the window, it's dark, and you're like, how did that just happen? It's a really, really easy trap to fall into, and I even fell into it when I first got into this community. I watched a ton of these videos, but never actually did anything with the knowledge that I was picking up because I was spending all my time watching the videos. And the trick that I eventually found that really helped me break that cycle is known as the 3, 2, 1, go trick. Basically, all you have to do is picture a goal that you want to achieve in your mind, and figure out what the next step you have to do in order to achieve that goal is. Now note, I said the next step. Not the whole plan necessarily, just the thing you'd have to do right now. And then in your mind say, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And as soon as you say go, no matter how you're feeling, you get up and you do that next step that you already had in your mind. Now, why do I feel that this idea is so important that I do a full video on it? Well, it's because a lot of the time that you have on this earth is not really your own. Allow me to explain. When you're young, life and everything in it seems like it'll go on forever. You're in school forever. You're at work forever. Chores take forever. Oh, and did I mention school takes forever? Can't I just go out and play? And obviously, of course, when we grow up, we realize that these feelings of everything takes forever aren't necessarily true. But you know what? When you actually break down the math, it's a lot closer to true than you'd think. And with that in mind, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how much time we really have. Statistically, from the moment you're born, at least here in the States, you have approximately 79 years to live, which to most of us seems like a long time. But again, how much of that time is really ours? You spend about a third of your life sleeping, which right off the bat leaves you with roughly 52 years of conscious living left. But wait, you're in school quite a bit of time, and even assuming that you get all your homework done between the end of the lecture and the bell, you're still in school or traveling to or from it every day for roughly 7 hours. That's 35 hours a week for at least 12 years assuming you don't go to college, which equates to nearly another full 2 years of your life on Earth. Now you have 50 years left to live. But you still gotta work. And even assuming that you never work any overtime, which let's face it is not that realistic, it's still 8 hours a day for 50 weeks a year for at least 40 years. And that's assuming that you're able to retire at a decent age. Meaning your work effectively takes off another 10 years of your life. Now you have 40 years left to live. Oh, but wait, we didn't even talk about traffic. Now, according to the US Department of Transportation, the average one-way commute time in the US was just a bit under a half an hour, meaning that you've got almost an hour of driving every day, 5 days a week. Again, assuming you never have to go in on a weekend, that's about 250 hours of driving a year just for work. Say goodbye to another year of your life. Now you have 39 years to live. And another thing we didn't consider is that you have to get ready to leave the house every day. You figure between brushing your teeth, going to the bathroom, showering, and just getting ready, as well as making sure your kids are ready if you have any, maybe takes close to an hour on average. Meaning we've just lost another year. Down to 38. Oh, and wait, you need food to live, so meal planning, the commute to and from the grocery store, and shopping, not to mention getting it all unpacked and back in the house every week, or maybe even every few days depending on your schedule, all adds up to about 2 years of your life. Only 36 years left. And then just between eating and drinking every single day, say it takes you about a half hour per meal on average, you lose another 5 years. Only 31 remain. And in between cooking and cleaning and housework or yard work, you spend about another 6 years of your life. The balance is now down to 25. And most parents spend at least a couple of years caring for kids and loved ones, not to mention driving them everywhere. We're now down to 23. And something that's especially applicable for my generation is the amount of time we spend either watching TV, playing video games, or just on social media. According to some recent articles by Entrepreneur magazine, millennials spend an average of about 5.4 hours per day using some form of social media. You add that up across their entire lifetime, and it's nearly 18 years on social media. Wow, that's a lot of time on social media. And that means that out of our 79-year lifespan, you have about 5 to spend with your family or with your friends. To play, laugh, and to cry, to fall in love or to see the world, and pursue your passions. So whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you've been holding back on, I want you to take a moment right now and realize there really is no time to waste. In fact, I'm issuing you a challenge. Picture the thing you want to do in your mind, and think about what you have to do next to achieve that goal. Have you got it? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go.